I'm doing a lawn right now of a city house. This is the city apron right here. There's not much of it. There's probably really nothing in it since that it was probably dug up 1,000 times over the years. This will be the smallest lawn that I've ever done. It's right here, here, and that's it right there. I don't expect to find a lot, but you never know. Alright, must have been some kids in the yard. We got a token. Oh, Olympic Park. That place is long gone. No cash value. I've only did just a little. I went down one little path to right here. Just dug up an older Canadian penny, 1962. Oops. On a master key. Look at that. It's a pretty old watch. How old is it though? Try to get it in the shade here. Clean it up later with a little bit more. Let's get some fancy around it. I see an EKC right at the 12. I'm almost done with this lawn. Been here about 30 minutes. I finally found my first matchbox. And this is an older one. Look at them wheels that are on there. This is a real cool piece of history right here. Very, very nice. I still got a little bit more to do. I'm here at the corner, and then I just got that row right there left to do. That's it. I'm using a 6-inch coil because the yard's so small that I don't want to miss anything. So it don't take long, you know. A little piece of property, you might as well use a 6-inch and utilize it for what it's meant to be, and get as much as you can. So I got a little bit more to do, and let me see if I can dig up a little bit more history. Got my third Canadian penny out of this yard. This one's a good year, 1976. You gotta think to yourself, why is it a good year? Well, that was the year I was born. I just dug something that looked like a coin. It might be a token. Ooh, it's hot, so I'm sweating. It looks to maybe a bird, a dove. I'm not sure what this is. I believe it's a token of some sort. Luckily, I'm sweating enough. Well, here we go. I don't know, some type of token. Very interesting. Now, the front of this yard, this area here, and then this is all done. That was pretty much my last target right there. Now I have the city apron to do. This is a kind of a neighborhood where they dump a lot of stuff on the front lawns. The front aprons there, so I don't expect really anything in it. but I'm going to try it anyhow and see what I can get. Most of this yard was clad. A lot of pennies. I don't believe I've gotten 1 quarter, a couple dimes, no nickels, no Wheaties. So nothing, no coin below 58. Pulled a tumbler up off of an old lock. That went off like a manhole cover. Big old chunk of brass. I finally found a quarter in a front apron. And it don't seem to be that old. Finally. That's not really what I'm looking for, but you can tell that's been there for a little bit of time. Well, that pretty much does this lawn. Got some clad, got a little bit of a piece of watch. We got token, a couple of them actually. One was an Olympic Park token, the other one was an unknown. I'm not sure if that's Hercules or an angel holding something around like the earth or the globe. I'm not sure what that is. Very cool looking though. Maybe 75 cents in clad. Lawn didn't have a lot, but some of the stuff that was there was pretty cool, especially that old car. That might have been one from England, but I'll find out more when I get home. So let me head off to the next spot and see what I can find. Still trying to see if old timers left anything behind. And first signal of the day. Whoops, back in a hole. Shotgun stamp. Looks like an older model. I'll clean it up later and find out. Steve stumbled on some blackberries. Look at these suckers. If I don't get nothing today, at least I got these. While walking through the woods, this is my second bullet. This is old school here, old round one. The other one I found was pure white. This one probably will turn that way too once it dries up. Steve's got to go, but this is what he ended up getting. Quarter, nickel, penny, and a token.
Oh, that's a dime.
Oh, that's a dime.
Yeah.
And that token's pretty cool. That comes from Perry, New York. Not sure if that's still around anymore.
No cash value.
Yep.
And then this gilt flat button found on the stone wall.
Yeah, and there's some writing on there too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, nice finds. Well, I found another one. Second one in a week's time. There's a big old sickle right there. Now you can't go home if you're at a park and you don't find a Boy Scout wobble. That one looks like it hasn't been dropped that long ago. I'm still at the park where all them 1800 houses are, but the old timers did good, so I'm detecting the general area. A lot of people would play or whatever, congregate basically. Got a little pin. I'm not sure, I'll have to clean it up more to figure out what it says. Something finisher 2005 or 9, I think it's a 2005 finishers, largest, Ithaca, New York. I'm at a new location for the day, and I've always wanted to hit this spot. There was a building here about 100 years ago. I'm not sure what it made, but it had a large chimney, and that's all it remains in the middle of nowhere. Large chimney in the woods, you can't see, and the only reason why I found it is on accident. So I was gonna see if Steve wanted to come this way, but he had a dinner arrangement, so I told him I'd prospect the area first and see if there's anything here. And I pulled this thing out of the ground. I'm not sure what it is. At first I thought it was maybe an ashtray to an old car. Still could be, maybe. It rang up like a 30. I don't think it's silver, but I don't know. When I clean it up, I'll find out more about it, but that's kind of an interesting find. Definitely old. Some fancy on there. Look at that. Pulled up a dog tag. Oops. I don't know why I keep dropping stuff today. Well, I'm down below where the tracks would have been, and I'm sweating like a dog. But yeah, this is the same type of stuff that you can find on Owaka Creek, or Owaka Park. These are what would have held down the tracks for the mining carts. But that's one of them. I ain't bringing it with me. I'm going to keep it right here. Someone else can find it someday if they ever come here. But yep, that's what it would have been. Would have been for a mining cart. Well, I dug this up, a nice little spoon. It's made out of copper, but it was silver plated at one time. I'll have to clean it up, but there's old stuff here, definitely. A little further down the trail, I found a suspender clip. Yeah, I think I stumbled onto something. I think there's some old around here. So, this place is just littered with stuff. Burned, rusty, but you can see that's an old square nail. So, this place might be older than I think it is. I dug up my favorite mason jar lid. And it's still got the porcelain in it. So nice. I'm at the base of this tree. Man, everything's so hot. I mean, there's metal everywhere here. Another old clock piece to hold all the gears. And this was in a hole too. Looks like this was in a real hot fire. Look at that old bottle. I think there's more over here. I'll keep digging, but there's nails and everything. And you know the old square nails? They come up like quarters sometimes, or pennies. They got all the copper and brass and slag in them. Ooh, I think I'm gonna love this spot while digging up something. Alright, my battery died. It always dies like that. I find something, but I found a big old piece of iron in here. Here. Some more weird pottery. And I believe this probably anchored some of the building together, I would guess. I don't know. I don't think it was for the railroad. But I'm finding a lot of brick in here and stuff. I'm going to leave this next to that tree because I ain't carrying that. I'll come back later when I have a... what I do for junky places like this that'll have all sorts of heavy metal. I'll put the metal next to a tree and I'll come back because I definitely got to come back. We have... it's about to... I would suspect downpour. There's thunder going on, and we're going to suspect to be here much longer. And this place is big. There's a lot of poison ivy. I mean, it is just... I mean, it is deep full of stuff. So I believe I only tip of the iceberg. So let me keep going, see how far I can get before I get poured on. This place must have burnt bad, or this was a dump off spot for ash but I'm not quite sure. And I picked this thing up. I think it says I have no idea. Manned? Looks like something that would be on a clipboard. I'll Google search it and find out. But do you hear that? Hear that thunder? And I hear the rain coming down, hitting the leaves right now. So I don't have much longer. And this place is just loaded with antique bottles. Most of them broken, burned, melted. I shouldn't be digging in here with my hands like this. But look at the nails. Look at all this soot. This place is just what the heck is this? I mean, look at that. Look at that. Let me keep digging in here, see what else I can find. And I dug this button up. This is kind of a weird one. I don't think it's real old, but it's made out of plastic, maybe? I don't know. Very strange. That's my first in that one. This is the remains of an old car. Not sure what it was. I know one thing is I've been to a lot of old sites, and it's very rare you find cars still left in the woods just to rot. I believe I'm in a basement. You look over there, there's a foundation. Over there, some big pillar. Over there, another pillar. I think I'm inside of a basement. I think that's what this is. See if we can figure out what this car is. Oh man, look at that. Woo! Look at that chrome, so good on that thing. You know, look at a rocket. I just don't know enough about cars, what it was. That'll be a mystery. See if I can find another one. If I could at least find the age of the car, it would tell me when the building was probably most likely torn down. Now I'm on the outside of the building that used to be here, and I found this. Look at that. That's in perfect condition. I don't see any light coming through. I think I found an old button. Yep. Clean that up when I get home. Now it's got some fancy on it. It's pretty. I think I found a real nice spot, and there's a lot of acreage here. Oh, I think it'd be real nice to do this in the winter time, but I'm gonna do as much as I can this summer. I think it's gonna be my new little hangout on and off between permissions. I mean, this place has got some history back here. Nobody's been here. On the way here, I probably grabbed about 5 quarters or so. In that 1 penny, dime signal, no nickel, just straight quarters all the way here. But you know, those were modern. But this place here is definitely a mystery. Yeah, they were doing some mining for sure. Look at this I just found. That could be repurposed. I'll bring it home today. That was a nice piece. They brought this thing up. I believe it's a compact. I haven't got any coins back here yet to get any dates or anything like that. so maybe someone's been back here before. I don't know. There's way too many things, and there's a lot of lead. I mean, lead little bars all over the place. So it's the sky's getting real gray, dark. It's not late. It's just one of them nasty days, and the thunder is still there. But I'm going to call it a day, and then come back to this place when it's a little nicer out. I really like to come back when it's cold. The mosquitoes back here are absolutely horrid. Real bad. So I'm going to swing a little bit more on the way back to the car. I'm probably going to get clad, and nobody wants to see clad. Alright, I thought I was done. I was about to cover the hole back up, but I scanned over the top of it. And this is the other half of that thing. What the heck is this? It's got like a spout on it. Some kind of canteen. Never seen anything like that. I watched a lot of YouTube videos on other people metal detecting. I've never seen anyone find one of these before. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to research. To the wrap up of the week, I ended up getting 2 old bullets. One is white. These are definitely early 1800s black powder. I've got this tin. It's got a spout on it. I'm thinking black powder. I think that's what used to be held in that. I'm not quite sure, but I seen something like that on the internet. This was kind of neat. This might have came from an old change purse, real small. Atlas mason jar lid. This is lead, and it was tons of this there. Ton of this all over the place, rang up like 15. A couple shotgun shells. Clipboard holder. This is probably about early 1900s. I have no idea what this is. Not sure why there's so many teeth on this thing. I'm not sure what it is. A plated spoon with some fancy to it. I think well, this came out of the hole in one piece, but it was so brittle it broke. Watch part. An actual old watch. Psycho. I'm not sure. I figured what this was. This was an old ashtray from a vintage car. This is a 1978 Tootsie car. An old antique Bigelow snake oil bottle. This was from the late 1800s. I found that online. Some lady's trying to sell one in mint condition for $250. I don't think she'll see it. Master lock key, suspender clip, couple dog tags. They weren't in the same hole. They were nowhere near each other. $1.99 and change. Some Canadian pennies. The earliest coin that I got, it was actually Canadian, 1962. A Boy Scout wobble. A pin for Boilermakers 2005 finisher. I'm not quite sure. What else did we get there? An Olympic Park token for you guys in Rochester. I think some of the guys around my age would know about Olympic Park. This was a pretty cool looking token. This actually is not only hard to see, but it's like a buffed angel holding like the world or something. Only thing I know similar like that would be like a Greek god like Hercules, but I have no idea. Interesting token. Both sides are identical. Basically like an angel that's real muscular with wings holding something round. I think it's the world. Got a button. And for the prize of the day is this button right here. Now, if you watch my video, you'll see me find this button. And I couldn't clean it up there because this required a lot of brushing to get all the dirt out of there. But this is a button which will date activity at that property. Not only would this bottle here date the activity at that last spot that I was at, but this button sure will. This is called a Murphy button, and it was made from 1901 to 1902. Not even a full year. The police chief of New York City wanted to get rid of the consolation button, and he had this one made, and he had a cut in it, and he was making a fortune off of the button, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, because there was so many people that needed this button. And some of them said different things on there, but this one here, you can see it says New York Metropolitan Police Department, or police, and it's got the seal of New York City in the middle. This is a really, really nice button. Still got the little shank in the back. I should have probably cleaned the back up a little bit better, but nevertheless, that's a real prize right there. I'm really happy to have that button. Still got a little bit of the gold gilt on there. I don't know if it's showing up in the camera or not, but Murphy, when he had these made, he had them plated in 24 karat gold. There's a whole write-up on it. You can look online. It talks about the scandal, and the police were mad because it wasn't like today. If you had a uniform that got ripped or something needed to be replaced, the department pays for it, the taxpayers basically. In 1901, 1902, if they had uniform changes, the police had to pay out of their own pocket. And I think it was like 15 cents a button, and each police officer, from their winter to summer gear and spring and whatever, they had different uniforms. I think they had to buy like 52 buttons per police officer. So he was raking in some money, because the button didn't even cost nowhere near that. They said something about he made his money penny by penny, but he made a lot of money scamming police officers for the for the short term that he was police chief of New York City. That's pretty much it. That was probably about 5 hours worth of work, and I'm happy to save a little bit of history. This was a lot of fun. I found a new spot that I can dart into the woods if I have nothing else to do, and there is a lot of history back there, and I don't believe anybody got it all yet, so I can't wait to go back and take a look and see what else I can find. Until next time.